Ultimately, I don't think this fight is as close as people say it is. And this is one of the concerning things that you have to worry about if you're a Ryan Garcia fan, and that's where he'll overextend. So if you look at his back foot is a little bit far off the ground, and he's gonna have to reset, and he's open to getting countered at that point. If Gervonta overextends and steps in, he's ultimately this fight is probably gonna end something like in the 8th round, and it's gonna end with.
How can I die if I'm immortal? Monster in my eyes, I'm immoral. I ain't got no time to be cordial. Ripping up shit, I'm making decisions. I'm feeling fly and important.
It's Immortality Serum. Today, I'm gonna tell you what everyone is missing about the Tank versus Ryan matchup. I hear some good things being said, but I also hear some bad things. I just want to clarify some stuff and get my opinion on it. So I'm just gonna start immediately. We're gonna go over Tank's strengths, Ryan's weaknesses, and where they overlap, and then we're gonna do vice versa. Okay, so boom. One of Tank's strengths is the level change, backhand, and lead hook. Yeah. What you're gonna see here is he's gonna duck down and then explode up, lead hook over top, and off the level change. We got the level change lead hook, and we got the level change backhand. That one barely landed, kind of got around the guard. So we saw Tank with this pattern, and then we're gonna see Fortuna do the same thing. I'm gonna see he's gonna duck down, then come over top with the 3, and it connects clean. It's there. If Tank can time that, that's a good shot that he can land. And this is one of the concerning things that you have to worry about if you're a Ryan Garcia fan, or if you think he's gonna win, is his defensive reactions can be very flawed. And he's used to backing up in a straight line, putting that lead hand out to control and keep range. And then sometimes what he'll do is this flaw right here that got him caught, which is he'll put that backhand down to try and deflect the body punch. And Luke Campbell set this up by putting that left hand to the body, putting that left hand to the body, putting that left hand to the body. It only took him like 5 minutes, and by the towards the end of the second round, he level changed, came up top with the 4, and connected right on the jaw. The Tank gets comfortable and he starts getting his time in. If it gets to that point, you're gonna see on that lead hand. He's gonna start tapping on that lead hand to control it, and that gives him opportunities to take over the lead hand battle, disabling the left hook and the jab of Ryan or Mario, whoever he's fighting. And then that allows him to set up the backhand and his lead hand hook and his jab, and that basically creates a foundation for his offense. So that's the lead hand control. I talked about lead hand control of Gervonta, and oftentimes you'll see him playing with that lead hand and then lining up the lead too. And that's kind of what Luke Campbell does there. He's kind of playing with that hand and times the entry of Ryan. Although Ryan has shown the capability of delivering deadly body shots, Tank is also capable of this. And he has that 6 and that 4 to the body, although the 6 may be the better option because of the angle. I'm gonna say he's gonna throw it more on the inside. It's not coming around, it's coming down the middle. You know, that 6 can look for, but Ryan's guard may not be super susceptible to that. Now we're gonna look at some aspects of Ryan's weaknesses where they might get taken advantage of in the fight. So part of the reason why I got Tank winning this is because of the mid-fight adjustments. So right there, what you get is Luke Campbell doing what he was doing in the early rounds, throwing the left to the body, and Ryan's backhand goes down. He's in a horrible position. If Luke had thrown that up top, he would have caught him. And this is after he got dropped. This is in the 3rd round. And then we're going to see he's still struggling defensively with the same maneuver.
Now moving away and then backing up Ryan Garcia.
He's still struggling with the same maneuver. So he throws the left hook, circles around, and is in the same position basically. Left hand out, right hand down, trying to defend the body. So in this particular fight, he really struggled with that defensive adjustment. He's good with making offensive adjustments and finding his timing and finding the right shots and setting them up. But when it comes to avoiding some shots, he really struggles with that because his defensive flaws are more ingrained. One thing Ryan does when he's fighting southpaws is he spams that too. He's throwing it down the middle a lot. He's honestly throwing it more than the jab some rounds. And you kind of see if he keeps doing it, and especially if he has a rhythm to it, he can get time. And you're gonna see like a glimpse of that right there. Now the left hand doesn't land, but the point is that it can. The point is that it can, especially if you're facing Gervonta Davis, who's going to be more accurate and is going to get there. Especially if he misses early, he's going to start adjusting. He's going to find the proper place for that shot. Okay, now we're going to look more at Tank's weaknesses and Ryan's strengths. So a lot of people say that Ryan has his best chance early on and Tank has his best chance later on. That's true, but here are some of the reasons why. So early on, Tank is trying to find the range and he's trying to adjust and he's trying to get his timing. And that's where he'll overextend. So if you look at his back foot is a little bit far off the ground and he's going to have to reset. And he's open to getting countered at that point. If Gervonta overextends and steps in, he could be open to that left hook and get hurt just like that. So that's something to look out for in those early rounds. Two particular combos that I think are going to be successful for Ryan against Tank come that night. One is the 4 to the body and the 3. So the backhand hook to the body and the 3 up top. And we're going to see Barrios 4 and he lands the 3. So the 4 kind of the 4 is a punch that was landing a lot. But the most successful combo against Tank, we saw it versus Rolly and we saw it versus Barrios, at least in an open stance matchup, is the 2-1. The 2-1, where you step in and then the 1 comes at an awkward angle, that's significant strikes Barrios landed in the fight. Boom. Big left hand comes through. We're also going to see Ryan land the same type of combo, where he steps in with the 2 and then steps in with the 1, and he can't get back fast enough, and the 1 comes in at an awkward angle through the holes in the guard. I think another thing you're going to see is the right hand from Ryan get repeated. This is in the span of a few seconds. He throws 3 right hands. And what you're going to see is that the right hand spam, which is what I'm calling it, when he spams the lead 2, that shuts down the backhand of the southpaw, and it channels them left. And what happens when he channels them left, he can cut them off with the left hook to the body, just like that. And he could catch Tank with a left hook to the body. Tank with the pro, the lead 1, to just hold it out there and then land the 2 after. I think that's going to be a useful tool. Pro controlling them. Look, it's subtle, but it throws off the level change, which is what Fortuna was doing a lot because it was successful before against Ryan. That level change and getting low, Ryan touches him. Ryan touches him with a pro, and that stifles him, stops him from coming in and kind of controlling the fight with his level changes. Another thing Ryan improved on is keeping that backhand up while he's escaping and putting that lead hand out to stop the smaller man from coming in. You're going to see that right now. He blocked that shot because he put that backhand up. And here's another example. Fortuna's going to try and get in, try to level change, and he blocks, keeps that backhand up. That's going to be something he's really going to have to do in this fight to not get knocked the fuck out. Now the final thing I'll say, this is actually a weakness for Ryan, is it's a combination of a couple things. He backs up in a straight line very often, and he still has some very bad defensive habits. And he's keeping that backhand up, which is good. But when he's trying to escape, he's all over the place. His hands is all over the place. He's trying to catch him with a left foot coming in. And he's trying to pivot around, but he still has those subtle things that somebody like Tank can take advantage of. Now Tank also could be in danger because early on he's going to be making some mistakes and Ryan could definitely make him pay. And Ryan has some combos he could throw that could also punish Tank. Ultimately, I don't think this fight is as close as people say it is. I think Tank ultimately is a level or 2 higher than Ryan. Like, he's noticeably better. He has more tools in his toolbox. He's I would say he's fought better opponents. He has a higher IQ in terms of his adaptability in the ring. He's able to adapt in more ways. Ryan can adapt offensively, like changing up his shot selection, changing up his timing. Not even really a shot selection, more so just the setups, right? He changes his setups a little bit and he changes his timing. Other than that, like Ryan's not really on the level of IQ that Tank is. And I think that's what's ultimately going to make the difference. They're both very fast. They both hit hard, very hard. And they're both athletic and explosive dudes. But boxing is so much more than the physical capabilities. It's also a thinking man's sport. That's why it's called the sweet science. And that's why I did a scientific breakdown. Ultimately, this fight is probably going to end something like fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth round. That's a lot of rounds. You know, I'll be more specific. Ultimately, this fight is probably going to end something like in the eighth round, and it's going to end with a level change from Tank. Is going to duck low, and then he's going to come up top and hit him with a 3 or a 4, a lead hook or a backhand hook, and he's going to hurt Ryan very bad. And then Ryan's probably going to get up, and he's not going to be, maybe not be super hurt. I don't know. But he's going to be close to being finished. The Tank is a great finisher, and he's going to put Ryan away. That's ultimately how I see it. But before that happens, I do expect Tank to get caught with a really good shot and probably get hurt, possibly get dropped. I think Ryan's too dangerous, and I think Tank is a little bit too patient, and Ryan's going to push up on him and land maybe like a 1, 2, 3, or land some nasty stuff on Tank early, and he's gonna hurt him. I think this fight is gonna be the first time we see Tank get hurt, but it's also gonna be the first time we see Ryan lose, especially by knockout. Immortality Serum out.
Immortality Serum is the faction. Plenty of entertainment if you asking. Game of commentary and reactions. There ain't no faking, neither is the capping. It just goes lights, camera, action.